Come. I'll get you some sweets. Give me a cup.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to see there are some people here, seeing as I just had to create a new link. Apologies for my lack of technical know-how. We still got a couple of minutes to go. Just need to compose myself as well. Family's leaving the house. A little thing that I'd love to say, okay, I'm so sorry, first of all, that I've sent you to like 3 different links. About 5 minutes ago, my husband accidentally started the live stream, so we had to create a new one. And the technical side of things is not my thing, I guess. But today we're going to move on from Phoebe's gentler stability practice with a little more heat in today's practice, a little more strength work. One thing I'd love to say about live streaming, doing live stream classes at home, from experience, it's pretty hard to stay focused. It's kind of easier to drift off and check your nails and check your phone. So if you can, I really want you to stay with me for the next half hour. We've got 30 minutes for you to drop everything and to really see if you can feel something different, and perhaps move out of any kind of negativity that you may find yourself in. I think stability is a great thing to work on, because now is a time where to cope with what's going on, right? Most of us have just found out that we've got 3 more months of this. Really, the only way we're going to be able to cope is by going into our hearts, right? Oh, here's my pooch again. Come here, Poochie Poo. What are you eating? This is something that helps me go into my heart. Hi, boy. And, for us to move into compassion and acceptance, we've got to start from stability. If we expect to be happy with people that ruin our live streams, there's no way we can do that from a place of instability, right? So last week we started with our feet, the ground, really stabilizing the feet wise. Today, physically, we're going to work with the core a little bit. But most of all, in terms of that open-hearted space and stability, I'm hoping that you'll find some more room to be compassionate and loving towards yourself, because this isolation and all this time alone, or confined to your home, can bring up a little bit more of that, the darker side of us. So a chance for us to move out of that. Okay, we're going to begin with Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing. Mango, come here. If you have a pillow or a blanket to sit upon, go ahead and do that. We'll do it for just a little while today. So sit down. What it is, for those of you that have never done it, is you breathe in through the right nostril, and then you close both nostrils, and then you'll exhale through the left nostril. Sit here. Come over here. Okay, sit down. Lie down here. If you've never done it before, you may want to just rest your hands and imagine you're breathing in through alternate nostrils. Otherwise, let's begin. So just take a moment, please, to bring your palms together. Let that connection of skin to skin bring you into this space, into your practice. Bring that connection to your heart. And just take a moment to sense and feel and be okay with wherever you are right now. And then from there, rest your left hand on your lap. Sometimes I'm a lefty, so sometimes I do it with my left hand. Don't be too finicky on where you go with this. But if you've got your right hand up, your thumb will close your right nostril. Yeah. And take a moment to take some easy breaths in and out through your left nostril. Normal for one nostril to be blocked at different times. Trust that shifts And even if just the tiniest bit of air seeps in, that's okay. So exhale completely through left nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Close your left nostril and exhale through your right nostril. Okay. And then from here, we'll inhale through right nostril. Close your right nostril and we'll exhale through left nostril. Try not to be forceful in this pranayama. Inhale through left. Let the breath just lift into your left nostril. Gently close left nostril, not a tight squeeze. And let the breath gently move out of right nostril. Let the breath gently lift through right nostril. Close right nostril, not a tight press, but just a gentle press. And then exhale through left. And then here, breathe in through your left nostril. Let the breath flood the right side of your brain. Close. Let the energy move across to left side brain. Exhale from the left side of your brain. Here, inhale right nostril diagonally across to left side of your brain. Close. Let your energy move across. Breathe out through right side of brain. Exhaling through left nostril. Inhale, left nostril, cleanse, rinse, right hemisphere of the brain. Close. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Let the breath lift to the left hemisphere of the brain. Let it cleanse, let it rinse, let it shake things up a little bit. Close. Exhale, left nostril. 2 more times at your own pace, please. When you're ready to let your palms rest, take a short moment to sense any kind of change that's starting to take place just through our pranayama. When you're ready to, let's get started. Make your way onto your mat, please. Come onto all fours. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cows. If you can grab a cushion or a blanket or some blocks that might help you through the practice, go ahead and grab them. At your own pace, you'll inhale and we'll arch the spine, we'll lift the gaze. We'll exhale and we'll lift and round. Breathe in and we arch. Exhale and you round. Can you work that movement with your breath 2 more times? I'll give you a little bit of a talk through. Listen to your body if it's not feeling comfortable, okay, when you're working with the practice. And really use your breath and the contact that you make with the floor, that work we did last week on grounding, to stay present just for the next 25 minutes, okay? Tuck your toes, we'll lift our hips, downward facing dog. Your hands are shoulder distance apart, your feet are hip distance apart. Can you lift all 10 toes so the balls of your feet are grounding on the floor, right? So you're not gripping with the toes for dear life. And then soften your toes onto the floor. And then everyone bend your knees and get your hips high. Take as much of the pressure as you can off of your hands and your shoulders. You want the legs and the hips to really draw the weight back here. We're going to get straight into it and warm up through our core and our arms and our legs. I'll have you lift your right leg up, down dog split. Don't be so focused on your height, but I'd love for your leg to be really nice and straight, right? So the back of the knees extended. Keep your leg hovering if you've got that strength through your upper body, and shift forward to a plank pose. So you're in a 3-legged plank. 3 times here. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, stay in your plank shape. Kick back and look a little forward. Twice more. Inhale, knee to your nose. Exhale, kick back, flex your foot, look a little forward. Really use the strength of your core. One more time. Inhale, knee to your nose. As you exhale, lower your whole right shin on the floor. Walk your right hand forward. We're in that modified, we're in like the gate pose that Phoebe worked with on Tuesday. Keep your left foot really firmly grounded. I want the outer edge of the foot grounded. And then from here, cup the base of your skull. Turn your perspective in towards your armpit and almost lean back a little into it. Take note of what's creating your stability. Your right hand, your right leg, your left foot, and your obliques a little. Breathe here. From here, reach your left arm up and out. Gaze at your fingertips. Pull your hand all the way to the floor. Tuck your toes and step back to your downward facing dog. Situate it here so that your feet are hip distance apart, your knees are slightly bent, and I'd love you to be able to draw your hips way, way back, right? So if you feel like you're really dominant through your upper body, I always recommend a slight bend in the knees. Let's go left leg back, please. Down dog split. Flex your foot. Don't worry about how high your leg is, but try to work with length. Keep the leg lifted. Activate your midsection as you shift to a three-legged plank. 3 times here. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, kick back. Flex your foot. Look a little forward. Inhale, look in, curl in. Exhale, kick back. One more time. Breathe in. Draw your knee in towards your nose. And then lay your whole left shin to the floor. Walk your left hand out, ground your right foot really strongly, and peel your left hand up. Do what you need to do to create stability. If it feels better just to stay in this version of the pose, do. Otherwise, cup the base of your skull, turn your gaze in towards your armpit, and lean back. It's almost as if you're going to spiral your heart up to the ceiling. And what else can we do here to create stability? We can bring a huge breath in towards your lungs. We can take note of the opening of our heart space. Sweep your left arm up. Right, that would be your right hand. Pour it to the floor. Tuck your toes and press back to a plank pose. Take a breath here. As you exhale, lower all the way to the floor. From here, it's cobra. Slide your hands down a little. Lift your chest by using your back strength. As you exhale, lower your forehead to the floor. One more time, breathe in, Bhujangasana, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. With that vinyasa that I just did, right, you're in down dog here, but if you want to work the vinyasa by lowering your body all the way to the floor and working with a cobra, definitely do that if you're newer to the practice. If you want to work with your chaturangas and your up dogs, go for it for sure. I'm glad a few more people have found this. We are on a different link. Thanks for finding us, guys. Stay with your breath. Feel your limbs creating your stability here. All right. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk your way forward towards the front of your mat. Keep your feet separated hip distance apart. Take a sec to just bend your knees and shake your head out a little bit. Let's take a breath in through our noses. Open your mouth, big breath out. And as you're ready to, take your time. We're going to move and round slowly, slowly, all the way up to stand. Tadasana. As you feel the grounding of your feet and the stability of your legs and your pelvis, can you find space through your front body and perhaps room to move into your heart center a little bit? Let's flow a little here. As you breathe in, reach your hands all the way out and up. Breathe out, fold them forward. Long spine, inhale, and plant your palms. We'll go left leg back. Crescent lunge, so your back heel is lifted this week. Reach your arms up. Grab onto your left elbow first, then your right. You've got your elbow bind happening, okay? 3 times here, breathe in, hover back knee to floor. Use your feet to create stability. Exhale, hover back up. We work with our strength. Twice more. Inhale, slight pulse down. Exhale, little pulse up. This time, lower all the way to the floor with your back knee. Keep your back toes tucked. Inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, take your version of a back bend. Rather than throwing your head back, can you let your arms be the guide? So my ears stay in line with my biceps. Let your pelvis move a little forward. Lift your heart to the sky. And then from here, lower your hands to the floor and you'll step back to plank. From here, you can either lower all the way to the floor or lower through your chaturanga to up dog, to down dog. That's where we meet, okay? We breathe. Just create as much stability as you can by really grounding through your inner knuckles. I find that for ages I used to roll to the outer edge knuckles and create all this pressure for my outer wrists. As much as you can, ground the index finger and thumb knuckle and anchor through your inner wrist. Bend your knees, look forward. Make your way forward towards the front of your mat. You can walk or you can step, you can hop. Breathe in and we lengthen. Exhale, let's fold. Inhale, rise. Reach your arms all the way out and up. Tadasana. Let's go left side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Long spine, breathe in. Plant your palms, step your right leg back here. Crescent lunge, reach your arms up. This time, hold on to your right elbow first, then your left. 3 times without pulse. Breathe in. Use your grounding, your feet to pulse down. Breathe out, we pulse up. Twice more. In. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in. But this time, we lower all the way to the floor. Keep your toes tucked. Lift your chest on your breath in. And as you breathe out, start to find your version of a back bend. Those of you that are a little more experienced with the practice, see if you can start or initiate your back bend from your pelvis. Move your pelvis forward and stream upwards from there. Slowly lower out of it, bring your hands to the floor, plank pose. Breathe in. As you exhale, either lower all the way or lower chaturanga. From stability, find your heart opener, your back bend. Lower your forehead to the floor, tuck your toes. Down dog. Use your breath here. Perhaps entertain the idea of how in the walls of your home you can start to feel and create more stability. Connect to your grounding to do that. Feel the strength through your core. We'll stretch our right leg back. Down dog split. Flex your foot. Keep the leg nice and long. From here, step forward in between both hands and reach your arms up. We're back to crescent lunge. Inhale, prepare. As you exhale, we open. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 pose. See if you can lower the plane of your hips. Back foot is in at 45 degrees. And as you ground the outer edge of the back foot, the inner thigh brings lots of life into the pose. Tip back here, we reverse. Parsvakonasana, bring your forearm to your thigh and sweep your left arm up and over. Similar with our gaze, okay? You'll turn your head in towards your armpit. Similar to our supported Vashisthasana. Lean back in the pose, let your pelvis move forward. If you'd like to take a variation of this pose, you're most welcome to. And the last thing, use your stability to move prana and energy. Ground the outer back foot, move the prana and the energy all along the left side of your body through your left fingertips. Bring your hands to the floor, step back, wide downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Come all the way up to stand. 2 times here. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Open your mouth. Let it go. Sweep your arms up and back. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Open your mouth. Let the weight go. Interlace your hands behind your back. Breathe in and lengthen your spine. Look forward. As you breathe out, fold and hold and stretch your arms up and overhead to the degree that feels right for you. And start to feel the phases of your pose. What creates the most stability for you here? Perhaps to slightly bend your knees. Perhaps to spread your toes and shift some of your body weight forward. For the flexy ones, perhaps to ground the base of your palms. Okay, we're going to release the bind in our hands. Heel toe your feet so that they're hip distance apart. I'm going to face you for this transition, but stay where you are on your mat. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Bring your right hand beneath your right knee. Use your gaze, use your core as you rise all the way up into stork. We're going to move into tree. So here you can either glue the right foot to the inner left thigh. If you're working with your balance still, you can place the foot at your ankle, or you can place the foot at the inner shin. Let me slide this back a little. So your version of Vriksasana, tree pose. Okay? So here, and then with our hands, I'd love you to move from prayer. Okay, you can either stay here, you can reach your arms up, or we can go back to the elbow bind. Spread your toes, feel how the grounding leads to stability. And from stability, can you find a little bit of freedom, a little bit of space just to kind of investigate what's going on around your heart. Turn your leg in. Stay with me. Kick your leg forward, flex your foot, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your foot to the floor. Reach your arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold, fold, fold all the way forward. Walk back to your plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Let's go left leg back. Down dog split. Step forward in between both hands. Reach your arms up. Crescent lunge. Feel your feet steady. We open out. Virabhadrasana 2. Yeah, I find that oftentimes when I'm teaching, lots of people are kind of hovering up here, which is fine if you're working with knee injuries, but oftentimes we have a little space to go broader in our stance, as in take a longer stance and bend. What you want is pretty much an L shape with that left leg. So heel beneath knee, knee in line with hip. Tip back here, we reverse. Bring your forearm to the thigh, sweep your left arm up and over. Turn the gaze inwards if your neck allows. Take the pose to a different phase, lowering the hand to the floor, or a bind if that feels better for you. But the most important step is, can you, from stability, find the space. Move the prana up the right side of your body, out through your fingertips. Keep hips forward, lean upper body back. And bring your hands to the floor. Step back, down dog. And then widen your feet as wide as your mat. I should say your down dog will move a little shorter, so feet a little closer towards you. And then walk your hands way back towards your feet. Come all the way up to stand. 2 times. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Open your mouth. Exhale. 1 more time. Breathe in. Let it go, let it go. Open your mouth. Interlace your hands behind your back. See if you can, if you remember, bring your other thumb on top. Look forward, breathe in, lengthen your spine. And as you breathe out, we fold and hold. I want you to relax your neck. So let the crown of your head face the floor and let The contents that might be swirling around your brain, let them unravel a little bit. Maybe even let them drop and release out. Release your hands, heel toe your feet so the hip distance apart. Okay. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Stay facing where you are. I'll face you to show you. Left hand comes beneath your left knee and rise all the way up to stork pose. Take your version of tree. You can either place the foot, excuse me, you can either place your foot at the ankle, at the shin, dodge the joint, never lean your foot into the knee joint, okay? Or move it up to your inner thigh. See if you can pivot left hip forward and left knee back. Hands to pray. Rise them up. Perhaps grab your elbows. And as you create the structure through your feet, like roots moving downwards into the earth, can you find the rise and the lift and the space from that stability? Turn your foot in. Extend your leg forward. Feel the stability of your core for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your leg, reach your arms up, breathe in. Exhale, fold, fold forward. Move through your last vinyasa. So you walk forward through to plank, you lower all the way, or you lower chaturanga, and we meet in upward facing dog. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. From here, shift your body forward to plank. Lower all the way down towards the floor. I'm going to have us take one back bend, okay? So if you're working with a newer practice, if you've got any back stuff going on, Shalabhasana, you'll flip your thumbs up to the ceiling, right? So you're high-fiving out away from you, and you'll lift up from there. If you want to go a little deeper, bend your knees, grab your inner feet, okay? So thumbs point up, walk your knees together, exhale completely. As you breathe in, keep backing up. If you're grabbing your feet for Dhanurasana bow pose, flex your feet as if you're stamping them on the ceiling. Broaden your collarbones, scoop your heart up. Swallow a few times. So that slight Jalandhara Bandha, that throat lock, cleanses through the thymus gland. And as you're ready to, slowly release. Place your hands beneath your forehead and stay where you are. Let the contents holding around your neck, your throat, your heart space, let stuff that might be stagnant there just drop through the floor. Perhaps guiding that through an out breath feels good. And when you're ready to turn around and roll onto your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. If happy baby feels good, go for it. Just neutralizing that back bend that we did, stabilizing the low back. And when you're ready to, stretch your legs out, open your palms to the ceiling, come on into Shavasana, legs wider than your hips, palms open to the ceiling. Supreme stability by allowing the earth to literally catch you, to hold you. And you might notice if you allow yourself to completely drop into the floor beneath you, you start to detect a little more space and lightness along the front side of your body. A few minutes for you to completely rest here. Start to deepen your breath here. And slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat. If you have your blanket or your cushion nearby, please use it to sit up on for a short meditation. If you don't have time to work these practices every day, do a little bit. Even if you just sit for 3 minutes and you take a quick stretch, give yourself that little bit of self-care each day. I'm finding that more than ever, a disciplined practice, even if it's short, but a consistent discipline in that area is just helping immensely. Okay, Adi Mantra. Tuck your thumbs in, almost down towards the pinky finger base. Wrap your remaining fingers around your thumbs, and let your fist rest upon your thighs. If a kneeling position feels better for you in this position, go for it. This mudra, this energy seal, is really just a way of rebalancing. Maybe it's balancing out your needs versus those that you live with or those around you, so that it's also about you. Maybe it's balancing out your expectations of yourself at this point in time. And with presence and stability and an open heart, trusting that what we have and who we are at this point is enough. Normal if your mind is bouncing around, let it happen. And with that patience, reel your attention back to your inhale or your exhale. Oftentimes, the breath is a nice anchor point. Your seat is a nice anchor point. Release the mudra, bring your palms to prayer, and bring that prayer to your heart. If you want to stay in your meditation, please do. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Gently bow your head. May our willingness to find stability keep guiding us back to our hearts and a massive amount of self-understanding right now. Namaste, everyone. Please be kind to yourself. You'll be kinder to others. From me and Mango, oh, I just realised you can't see him. He's shavasana the entire time with us. Please reach out to Phoebe and I if you have any questions. There's a chat here if you want to ask us anything. And thank you for joining me. I promise you next week you'll have the right link and right everything. Namaste, everyone. Be kind. Lots of love.